So one of the great things that happened this weekend was the New Orleans Saints lost, which means their pick that the Eagles own now goes from 10 to 7. And we've got news on Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. He has a lacerated kidney, whatever the hell that means.
You want a war? You're going to get one.
What was that? He had enough time for one more play.
He had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys game.
You
The
literally.
brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. He had one man opportunity for one more play.
Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. So that's right, the Eagles draft pick is moving up, getting in to that top 10, and hopefully soon top 5. Also, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is out indefinitely. Could Malcolm Jenkins be the guy coming back? We're going to talk about it in a second. But before we do that, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button. More importantly, make sure you subscribe for daily Eagles content. You definitely don't want to miss it. We'll be streaming Thursday. We will be streaming Eagles on Sunday, as well as the Cowboys Sunday night. So it's going to be a busy week. And if you've been subscribed for a while, you know the deal. Just double check, double walk check. Make sure you're still subscribed. YouTube's up to it again. I'm having people in the comments DM me for whatever reason. Every once in a while, the way YouTube does things, I don't know. Groups of people get unsubscribed, and then they let me know. I don't know why it happens. I have no control over it, but just double check and make sure everything's good. Now, before we get into the draft and stuff like that, we got to talk about Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. First off, he's a hell of a player. What a pickup that was. I mean, guy, leads the league in interceptions, comes to the Eagles from the Saints for basically nothing. And now you look at him and you say he's probably the guy out of everybody that's going to be a free agent you have to bring back. He has to be up there, right? I don't know how the Eagles are going to do all the stuff. I mean, I had a video set for this morning on Miles Sanders and the possibilities that you might have to try to re-sign him. But I don't know how you can sign all these people. It's going to be really, really hard. But I don't think you can let Chauncey Gardner-Johnson go. And if I'm supposed to pause there because I said it's going to be hard, there it is, okay? Now, we did get news on his injury. Look, people are saying shoulder, ribs, all these things. Turns out he has a lacerated kidney. A lacerated kidney. Tom Pellis, the Pelissero, a Paisan, reports this. Pound Eagles safety C.J. Gardner-Johnson is out indefinitely after suffering a lacerated kidney in Sunday night's win versus the Pound Packers, per sources. It's a non-surgical injury. Testing is ongoing, so the timetable is to be determined. But it is not expected to be season-ending. That's the really, really good news, okay? Now, I mean, dude, you got to be one tough son of a you-know-what to go out and take that kind of shot. I mean, that's a blunt force injury, okay? So I wish him nothing but the best. But I mean, when you look at some of the things, like symptoms-wise, when you have it, you're talking about blood in the urine, pain, not be able to breathe, like all these conditions that are painful, okay? And being my medical mind that I am, I went on the MayoClinic.com to try to figure out the timetable for when he could come back, all those kind of things. And it looks like there's a lot to this, right? There's a lot of different there's more than one stage. There's a bunch of stages of what kind of, I guess how bad it really is. So there's a bunch of stages. Some of the worst ones require surgery. We know that he's not going to be having surgery, but a lot of it looks like it requires bed rest and just waiting it out. It looks like, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not saying, but from what I was gathering, what I was reading on MayoClinic.com and stuff, it looks like, the severity he may have because it's non-surgical could be anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks. That's what it looks like. So that's what I'm expecting him to be out, about 2 to 6 weeks. But he'll be back. He'll be back for the playoff run, and we're going to need him. In the meantime, Reed Blankenship showed that he could play. I mean, I really liked what I saw from the kid. Now, he's got to go out and show he can do it again. But he showed flashes of what he could do. So now he's got to go play. He made some mistakes in that game. He took a bad angle on Watson on that touchdown pass. There were some things he didn't do right. But, I mean, look. Aaron Rodgers comes out, tests you, you jump, and you pick him off it was a big pick. Couple hits he made and tackles. I like the kid. I think he's got a lot of talent. He's going to have to step up. And when CJ Gardner-Johnson's ready to come back, I would like to put CJ at free safety, let him play more of a stronger safety, and then bing, bang, boom. I know a lot of times the safety position is almost interchangeable. You have to be able to do both. It's not like the old days where you have, your free safety and your strong safety, and the strong safety is like a box safety that, and then the free safety just covers the area. You really have to be able to do both at both safety positions nowadays. So I would like to see those two guys going forward because I think Blankenship, at least for the rest of the year, I think he's better than Epps already. I'm just going to be honest, okay? But there is one possibility going on, and a lot of people were putting in my comments last night. Apparently, Malcolm Jenkins is ready to come back. Well, maybe. Here's what he said. He was interviewed, and this is what he said. I think it was John Clark that interviewed him. He said, I can still play. I'm still in shape. I'm still working out. It's not far-fetched. I'm still in it. I do enjoy my seat watching as a fan, but I could come in for a stretch. That's Malcolm Jenkins before the Chauncey Gardner-Johnson injury, and he loves C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I keep calling him Chauncey. It's easier to call him C.J., but that's Malcolm Jenkins. Now, a lot of people are saying, all right, look, we need a safety back. Come in for at least depth purposes. I have no problem if the Eagles wanted to bring him in. It wouldn't be, you couldn't bring him for a lot of money. I just don't know what you could get from him. It's almost like, to me, the Sproles situation. Not as bad because he's not been out of the league as long as Sproles. But I mean, when you haven't played this much and then to come in, you have to know a new system. Being older, I don't know. I don't know how much it would work. I wouldn't put a lot of stock in it. Now, if you want to do it for depth purposes and let Malcolm come in for the stretch run, that would be cool. But I just don't know. I don't know about it. I highly doubt the Eagles would do it. But I'm open. I'm open to any possibility. If he can still play and it's affordable, hey, do it. Hey, listen, we got Howie Vision. Howie Vision, we're all just living it. He's calculating the calculations with the cornbread. You know what I mean? He's got his pocket pencil protectors, the Napoleon hat on, his big glasses. I got it all right in there. And he's just ready to go. Okay, so now, the other thing I wanted to talk about in this video is the draft pick, the current state of the Eagles and where they're picking, okay? Here's an updated 2023 NFL draft order. 1, Texans, 2, Bears, 3 Lions via the Rams. Can you imagine being the Rams? You right now are picking 3rd, and you're giving it to the Lions. That's a great pick for the Lions, who may be drafting a quarterback, because you figure the Bears, here's what's going to happen right now. Let's say this ended up like this, and I'm going to go on a full tangent, but right now, let's say this is how it played out, right? The Texans, I think they take a quarterback. That probably gives you, at least one other quarterback, top 5. If you're the Bears, you're trading that first-round pick. You're going to try to trade up somebody and get them to jump the Lions because they have their quarterback in Fields, so they're going to look at a team like maybe the Panthers, right? Maybe even the Seahawks, depending upon what they really think of who they got, and they're going to look for somebody to trade up into that number 2 pick over the Lions. That's what they're going to look for, and then get a bunch of multiple picks if you're the Bears. That's how I would do it, because they got Fields, and I think they're going to stick with him. So that could be a very interesting situation. Now, let's say the Bears trade that pick, and the Lions can't pick there. they're not going to take another pass rusher. The Lions may look to trade, which may open something for the Eagles if the Eagles want to go up and get a premier pass rusher. But right now, the Lions are at 3. So you got Texans 1, Bears 2, Lions 3, 4 Seahawks via the Broncos. Here's enough. Thank God we didn't get Russell Wilson. I thought Russell Wilson still could play, had something left. God, he's shot. Seahawks are going to get the 4th overall pick right now. Wow. You have 3 teams all in the top 10 with trades. That's crazy. But the Seahawks are 4. 5 is the Steelers. Steelers are 3-7. Steelers won last night. That's a big deal. Panthers, 4-8. Then at 7, you have the Saints, who are 4-8. But that pick belongs to the Eagles. So right now, the Eagles are picking number 7. Then you have the Cardinals at 8, Packers at 9, Raiders at 10. Now what we need is we need the Steelers to win. We need the Panthers to win. We need these teams to win. I mean, if you look at it, the Saints are 4-8. The Lions are 3-8. The Seahawks are 3-8. These guys lose a couple games. The Eagles can easily jump all the way to at least the 3rd pick overall. You're only talking really 1 game out of it, and including tiebreakers. So we need the Saints to lose. This week, the Saints, I believe it's Monday. I believe it's Monday Night Football. I think it's the Saints-Buccaneers game in Tampa. Tampa's coming off a loss to the Cleveland Browns. So I got to tell you, we're going to have to stream that game too this coming week. But I expect the Buccaneers to beat the Saints. So I think the Saints are going to be 4-9 after this. We need some of those other teams to win because you're talking 1 game from 7 to 3 right now. So the Eagles, they're in a position. Could you imagine if this team goes to the Super Bowl and then gets a top 10 pick? Can you imagine? I can't imagine it. It'd be unbelievable. I'm going to make so many babies if that happens. I'm telling you, it's going to be party time. I love it. But yes, right now the Eagles are picking number 7, but I expect them to go up, and my goal, at the very least, I want to be top 5. If we could be the 5th overall pick going into the draft, I will be very, very happy. But right now, they have the 7th pick, and of course, the last pick of the first round with their own pick, because they have the best record in the National Football League. That's right. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. I'll probably have another video out. I'll come back at lunch. It's early in the morning. It's about 7:30 in the morning right now filming this. So I'll upload this in a little bit and then probably be back at lunch for something else. With that said, take care. Talk to you guys later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. So I wanted to give a huge shout out to Dave Dust, right? Because the other day I did unboxings of some things that people have sent me. One of the things that was in the package I didn't talk about because my kids took it from me. Okay, they wanted to keep this. My youngest daughter is becoming a giant Eagles fan. She's learning about football, so she wanted to keep this. I said no, and I went in and I got it. This will be coming on the wall permanently. We're going to keep this and make sure it's hanged up. So shout out to Dave's Dust. Thank you, buddy. And of course, Denzel Washington out.